art and character designs provided by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Want to be first to have access to early artwork, concept sketches, exclusive art that can't be seen anywhere else? Then support Demon Artie over on her Patreon. Link in description below. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I am your host, Crimson Sin. Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Episode 7 of Thundercats Roar, and this one's called Panthro's been plagiarized. It's ridiculous. Panthro plagiarized, and not a bad looking title card given the art style of the show. But yeah, this episode is it's weird because there's some moments where this whole episode's about the fight scene at the end where it's good in spurts. Like, it's super hard to explain. There'll be 2 to 3 seconds of animation that doesn't look that bad, but then it gets all choppy and oh my goodness. In the last episode, I'm like, it sounds like they're doing sound effects with their mouths. Like, they're literally doing that during this fight scene that could have been kind of cool, but the choppy animation and the voice made sound effects, it just ruins the fight. But the whole thing's about Panthro's idea getting plagiarized. So we open up and the Thunder idiots are making breakfast burritos, and you don't microwaving stuff. You don't stack it like that. Chitara's got the Noel Stevenson blush for some reason. But the burritos are done, and then Lionel just rips the microwave out of the wall. But the burritos are too hot to touch. Oh no, they're so hot. And this shows, what I want to say, it's Hallmark. The thing that does more than anything is ugly faces zoomed in with plain backgrounds. It's I don't know, it's a way to get around having to draw stuff. They did that in Peanuts, the original Charlie Brown cartoons. But there, it's enduring, and it fits the motif. This is supposed to be an action show, but they always find ways to be cheap as hell. So the burritos are too hot, they're burning their hands, and this is where the choppy animation is just, it's weird. It just feels like the budget got cut, or they, made cuts everywhere they possibly could just so that the fight scene at the end could have a little bit better animation. Chitara's only answer for the hot burritos, instead of just putting them on the table or putting them on a plate, she squirts them with juice boxes. So you ruined the freaking burritos, you idiot. But Panthro's like, oh, I can help you guys. I invented this gravity fork. So you don't have to touch the burrito and it won't burn your hands. But wouldn't it still burn your mouth when you bite it? It didn't stop the burrito from being hot. So they think this is the coolest thing ever, so they won't burn their hands. But they have no qualms about burning their tongues or their faces at all. So Lino saved breakfast, and we get this thing. Lino's like, this is the coolest thing ever. Everyone loves this thing. But here comes Tiger. He's such a nerd. He wants to go exercise in the morning. Who wants to join me? No one wants to go for a run. You'd think Chitara would want to go for a run, but nope, she doesn't because Tiger's a loser. So he goes to go run off on his own. They're sitting eating these burritos, and with every bite, there's nothing in the burrito. I'm not expecting Miyazaki levels of food, animation or art, but these are just tan bricks that they're eating. And the way they're eating them, they're just jamming them in their mouths. It's disturbing. But you can hear Tiger in the background getting attacked, but they don't care. They're just eating their breakfast. They don't care if their friend's getting killed. Then after they're done eating, Lionel's like, we must save our friend. He does a bunch of weird poses. But everyone else is like, fine, okay, whatever. Let's go save him. They honestly don't care if he dies or not. That's a good lesson to teach your kids. Don't care if your friends are getting hurt. Bolcherman's out there, and he's like, haha, I have my gravity pincers, and it's basically the same thing as the gravity fork. He's slamming Tiger around, and Panthro doesn't care that Tiger is being killed. He's mad that he stole his idea. So he's like, haha, mine's better than yours. I could do all this great stuff with it. And then he's like, oh man, look at you stole the idea of my gravity fork. He makes this face. Doesn't it look kind of like chowder? But they're like, oh, his is way cooler than yours. Look, it has a pincer and it's cooler. But they decide to fight him, and he beats them all because this is a kind of it would be a good weapon because it just grabs you and he's just slamming them around and stuff. Wily Kid does a weird spin move, like the Tasmanian devil. I didn't know that was a thing, but she gets caught, gets thrown. And it's really funny because when Vultureman grabs her, he like puts her in a ball, but you literally hear like a snap, like he broke her spine. That'd have been awesome. But he beats everybody and they can't beat him. So he's going to rule Third Earth with this. And instead of killing the Thundercats or like capturing them, he just wanted to beat him up a little bit. Then he just takes off. Like, oh man, that was an awesome weapon he used on us. But it was a ripoff of my gravity fork. And that's all Panthro cares about. Doesn't care that his friends are getting beat up or he's going to take over. I don't know how the hell he's going to take over the world. But he cares about his idea got stolen. But how did he do it? And I thought this was like something he was making up. But apparently this is what really happened. He was drawing up the blueprint. And he's like, no, I can come up with something better. He throws away the blueprint. But Vultureman was hiding in the trash. And that's how he got the blueprint. And that's how he stole it. Okay. You see that Vultureman's attacking the bear bulls. But weren't they using them to build their lair? So why wouldn't he just capture them and keep them? They obviously did what they were told, but he's attacking them and beating them all up. And look at this face. Jesus Christ. But Panthro's like, if I invented a gravity pincer, it'd be way cooler. It could like throw those bearbles all over the moon. And he makes this face. Oh jeez. Oh, the parade of horrible faces. But Tigra, dumpier than ever. Who cares who copied who? We just got to save the bearbles, which is true. You got to find a way to stop this. But Panthro's like, oh, I got an idea. I'm going to invent something that could stop it. So he goes in his little inventing room, and the bearbles start getting attacked. They wait like 2 seconds. He's like, hey, how's that invention coming along? Oh, no, I'm working on it. And then the bearbles start getting all beat up again still. Come on, man, you got to work on that invention. Haha, I invented this. And these aren't too bad. This is actually kind of cool if the actual art and animation was better, but it's a cool concept. He made these gravity gauntlets. We're talking about plagiarism, isn't this? Iron Man's Infinity Gauntlet. But the gravity claws look kind of cool. If I were to tell you this was a cat, would you believe me? It's a cool pose, but it looks like a goblin. Everyone thinks it's really cool, but Tiger's like, I thought you were going to invent something to stop the gravity pincers, not just make some other gravity attack. But he's like, oh, look how cool they are, and he's able to like grab things and pull them and everything. So it's basically like 2 gravity things. We has them one in each fist. I don't know if this is supposed to be funny, if it's just weird. So they're gonna go fight Vultureman. So they get into the Thunder Tank and it's gonna take off. The lair lifts its paw, thinking, oh, it's gonna come out of its paw, but it like shoots out of its mouth instead. So why did it lift its paw? Is that funny? They like crash through everything. It's just really weird. But they get there, the bearbles all beat the hell up, and we have Vultureman with his gravity pincers, and of course, like, you know, Panthro's like, oh, you copied me, but I made a better invention. You're going to fight me in an invention off. I thought they're going to keep, the way that he said it, I thought they were going to keep inventing things as who can make the better invention. But I guess they're going to just like, your gravity pincers versus my gravity claws. So instead of everyone joining into the fight, they're just going to let Panthro handle it. So, these wonderful faces. He made a big statue of himself and he's just gloating. And then, okay, here comes the fight. This fight is the most choppy, slapped together. Oh, that's cool. That looked great. The animation was smooth, but then it goes back to choppy animation and it goes on for a while. Remember we talked about plagiarism, you know, we have Iron Man's claw and then we see a lot of plagiarism in this fight scene. So the fight starts out, he's shooting trees at him. It's not that bad. Then we get Vultureman grabs a bunch of rocks, makes a big ball, shoots it at him. And look at this. This doesn't look that bad, but in motion, this doesn't have it. He grabs it all. This is how Earthbenders would fight. Then he throws it back at him. He hits it, knocks it into the volcano, and then plagiarism. Anyone watch One Punch Man? Just look at these series of screens, and can't you hear the theme music? Yeah, and then we get the Thanos snap because he snaps his fingers, and then all the rocks turn to like little pebbles. Plagiarism. He shoots all the pebbles at him that's kind of pelting him, but then he grabs all the bearables and uses them like a bearable shield. But the bearables are nice. They're like, oh, it's okay. We'll take the damage for you because we're good people. He does these are some decent concepts here. He grabs a big old, I don't know if it was a boulder. Was it another boulder or was it a building? It was a building, I think. He grabs it, throws it at him, but last second he opens up where the bearables were so it would just hit Vultureman. Like, not a bad idea. But it's starting to hit his pincer, so it's screwing up his thing. So we got Panthers going in for the win, but the pincher's overloaded and he grabs like a ball of lava. So I'm like, oh, he's going to throw a giant lava ball at him, which is kind of cool. Then gravity thing, he's able to grab water. So he water bends and hits the lava ball and turns it into like a big stone, and he chops it in half. Again, it isn't that bad. It just, and then during this whole time, they're making the sound effects like that. Like when the rock gets cut, it literally makes a. Why the silly sound effects? It ruins what could have been an okay kind of action scene. But, he knocks the lava rock in half, and then he uses it to just pick him up, and he's like, hey, tell me that you copied my invention, and I won't kill you, I guess. He's like, I'm never going to do anything. Oh, he's going to grab the moon and crash it into the planet. What the Panthro? What the? You're going to kill this whole planet just because some guy stole your idea? Even the other Thundercats like, whoa, man, you're out of your freaking mind. So he's going to Majora's Mask this kid. He's going to, since the moon's getting closer, it's like messing with all the gravity and stuff, which I don't think would really happen. But it's screwing everything up. He's like, come on, just put it back. It's fine. He's like, oh no, I can't control it. It's the gloves, they're breaking. So, Vulture was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I did steal your idea. Please do anything. Just don't let us get killed. Then he's like, haha, I was just messing with you. I had control the whole time. I just wanted you to admit that you were wrong. Then he runs away, and he tells the rest of the Thundercats, I had it under control this whole time, but I always played cool. End of the episode. Wow. Disappointing, because like I said, watch that fight scene. All these episodes are free on Cartoon Network as long as you have like a cable service or a satellite service. And it could have been decent, but they wanted to make it silly with silly sound effects and the consistency of the animation. I'd rather it all look okay than some parts looking good and the rest looking like garbage. Like you had to flatten that curve. But Panthro, he was like the only kind of halfway good character, but he's a psycho like everyone else on the freaking team. So hooray, 7 down, and what is it? There's 16 episodes, so yeah. Still got a ways to go before I'm done with this show. Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.